set me on fire. My arms wide open.
It's an especially emotional day. We have a few things happening that are both joyful and a tribute to the service of folks, as well as a commitment to this practitioner path, which is what today is. So I want to bring Chuck up. He's going to do his last share today from up here and share his beautiful journey as a practitioner. And I'm so grateful to get to have served with you, Chuck. So if you will, even though we've come from such a beautiful space, would you please welcome Chuck Spencer.
Love does not come, it doesn't go, it merely is for us to know. Oh, can I guess? I cannot guess at how much love I've learned from you. The crying, but to believe that is a dream. Oh, can I know? I cannot know just what is left of love to learn. It seems we know us inside out, and that's part of what love's about. Each day we live, we grow to know there's much of love to learn, and so true love has been, true love will be. It merely is for us to see. Oh, can I guess? I cannot guess at how much love you've seen in me, or how much love I'll learn from you.
So I'm going to ask our practitioners to escort we have 2 new practitioner candidates, and they're going to go out into the foyer as we prepare for this next. One of the things about transitions and Chuck chose this day. Chuck chose this day because we've been spending the last couple of years preparing 2 candidates to step into the prac corps. What's really been an interesting time is that everything has been virtual. So their entire experience of these 2 new practitioners has been virtual. as we bring these practitioners forward, this is a very special time for them to step in, and our entire corps has participated in this process. Jeff Schlick took over being the lead practitioner in the last year and a half, and he has beautifully served this community from 600 miles away. With Chuck taking the lead as the practitioner that's been here the longest at Namasté. Valerie will be practitioner emeritus next year. So she will be a practitioner for 25 years beginning next year. And our two practitioner candidates, Jackie Williams-Pearson and Debbie Ann Vokes. These two practitioner candidates have passed their classes, prerequisites of 2 years prior to even getting into the training. 2 additional years where they actually come together in the training to be not just a practitioner, because year 1 is about that journey of self, that exploration and revelation of all of what is before them, what has been behind them, and what no longer serves them. Yesterday, they passed their licensing panels. And I have their credentials here for this purpose. The role of the practitioner is to know the truth for you. In the midst of your current situation, practitioners firmly believe that with God, all things are possible. Licensed spiritual practitioners, and this is the key, licensed. They contribute to the spiritual welfare of our community by continually affirming the oneness of all life. Practitioners are committed to living a spirit-based life cultivated by the daily practices of meditation, compassionate service, and affirmative prayer. Licensed practitioners can help anchor the truth in one's personal consciousness. Whether facing challenges or celebrating successes, they support each other in creating healthy, vibrant, fulfilling lives. They strive to heal themselves and others through the recognition of the creative power within us and the use of positive, affirmative prayer. The principle that guides them is that God is all there is, and that the universe works by a system of predictable spiritual laws that always, always operate. So I'm going to ask our music team to go silent in this next part of our ritual. So Jackie and Debbie Ann, would you please stand? Paulette and Julie, will you please come forward? I know you're videotaping. We got you covered. these are two people that have stood by them through this entire journey. I know, Paulette, you were in there, and life shows up. You'll be back. I know that. And I know as they walk the journey, it's every Tuesday night, right? For 2 to 3 hours of study, and then all the papers and all the reading, right? And all the conversations and the prayer partners and the frustrations that we walk through whenever we do some kind of dedicated, committed self-discovery. There is a stole that we will be conferring upon you. It is a symbol of the commitment to the promises they've already made, devotion to a life of spiritual service, and a reminder that the power of the Infinite One is available to all present. Whenever these practitioners wear this stole in years to come, this will be that reminder. It is a garment of spiritual power. Rev Veronica.
These stoles are a symbol and a blessing, representative of consciousness embodied. And so we know we are each going to take this stole and instill a blessing upon it.
What are the 2 words that you have for the stoles, Jeff, as the teacher?
Love and freedom.
Love and freedom. Your stole is blue and gold. And the colors mean different things to different people among people of faith. The color blue represents both the sky and the sea and is associated with open spaces and freedom, intuition, imagination, inspiration, and sensitivity. Blue also represents meanings of depth and trust, loyalty, sincerity, wisdom, and confidence, stability, faith, and intelligence. The gold symbolizes wealth, used wisely, and represents illumination, love, compassion, and courage. This fabric is a reminder of your ministry, just like your life, is woven from the threads of many people, events, and understandings, and it is all of these many different experiences that make your life as well, your ministry, strong and a beautiful tapestry of truth.
All right. The mic on. All right. Well, normally it's traditional that we talk about the call and we talk about answering the call. So in this quietness, what I'd like to do is talk about the call, what that call is. And you can either close your eyes, just rest into your seats, and let's listen. Because that's what the call is all about. It's about being quiet, resting within who you are individually, anchoring in that you are created as God created you to be. No different. What bubbles up is that still small voice. And what I know that is God. Whatever that is, love, peace, harmony, power. It is an endless one source that whispers to our souls. It says, rest, my beloved child. Fall into the arms of Mother, Father, God. For you are cared for. You are cared for. You are love. You are peace. We breathe that in and we know that for ourselves because that is a truth, a principle that never can be taken from us. Either can that birthright of love or that birthright of freedom, or it is your absolute essence. And you can never be separate of it. The second part of this, it's like the phones we carry around. When you get the call, you have a choice. Do you let it go to voicemail or do you answer the call? That's the truth. That's right. Are you brave enough to answer that call? There may be someone here for the first time that is joining us. And what that truly is, that answering the call, is praying and moving your feet. Because you've just stepped out of the quietness into the activity and unfoldment of your life, which is never done. It's like Chuck. Chuck will never be done. And it just continues. That call came a long time ago. If you're here numerous times, that's called a practice. And that practice unfolds into an ever-long extended understanding, listening to Reverend Bobby, the practitioners, Reverend Veronica, anyone that's speaking here, that's giving you a vocabulary to expand that understanding of your conversation with God. Because what I know of God, there is no beginning and there's no ending. Either is that knowingness that exists within you. But when you step into it, you're now more anchored in it. Maybe the next step is when you have potluck, you bring a plate of food, you step into community. You said yes to answering the call. Take a class like Nikki has. Anyone that's in that class has stepped forward and said yes. You want to expand that yes in your life. Take a class. And what I truly know of each and every one of these individuals over here is they've said yes because I'm with this pack. They've said yes. And what I know of these two. And I am so grateful to you that I've been able to witness this for 2 years. And this is just the threshold. You bring a strength. You both said yes every Tuesday night. You said yes to the reading, yes to the homework, yes to resting into how did life get to be the way it is. That's the heavy lifting. And you peel the layers away. You said yes. That is answering the call. And we each have this opportunity every day of our life. Every day. 9:20, you get a do-over. You get to take that choice again and say, I step into that yes. So I want to address Jackie. You carry upon your shoulders the form and the essence of your ministry, clarity, love, and the strength of a great philosophy and a rich and fulfilling way of life. This stole is a loving blessing. Is a loving blessing to you and all you bless in your ministry. Jacqueline and Debbie Ann, the time has come for you to accept this symbol of spiritual power. Spiritual power. May it be that each time that you put on the stole on your shoulders, it's for all the years of your ministry. May you remind the love that accompanies the presentation of this stole here today. When you wear this garment, may you always enter the clarified partnership with the divine. I love you both. Bless this stole and you. I bless this stole and you.
Okay. So this is where we answer the call. One of the things that's truly unique about this year is usually there's a very large graduation down at Seaside. There is not one practitioner graduating in the entire county of San Diego. These two are it in the Southern California area. These two. So in the Namaste way, we had to do something. Are you two ready? Oh, you're ready. You did the hard part yesterday. Debbie Ann and Jackie, do you commit to the sacred service and commitment as a practitioner? Do you commit to supporting this community, your fellow practitioners, in integrity and love? Practitioners, do you commit to envelop and support the development of these beloved new practitioners? That includes Rev Veronica. Board of Trustees, we have in the house, although you're in the house now. Tori's not here. Okay. Susan. Do you commit to envelop and support the development of these beloved new practitioners? Thank you. Will the community of Namaste please stand? You too, Art. Do you support these new practitioners as they move into a new level of spiritual service and development? Way to go! As the Senior Minister of Namaste, I accept the new credentials and licenses of these new practitioners, and I present them as part of our beloved practitioner corps of the Namasté Center for Spiritual Living to our community. Now, this is what you get to do. You get to take your place with the corps. Now, just because it's a warm day, and just because I want you to be as your cohorts on this spiritual path, you may take your robes off so you can relinquish your robe over to Susan if you'd like. Because you are now the core. You are no longer candidates. And Susan Kallick has some new badges for you that makes you official. Now, if you notice on their stoles, there is both the teaching symbol and the name that they chose to go on there, which happens to be their own name, which I love that when that happens. There are two things I want to do here. First, I want to thank Paulette and Julie for being great support to them. Thank you. So I'm also going to ask the practitioners to take a seat because we have one special presentation for these two beautiful new practitioners, but I want you to get comfortable, so go ahead and sit with your beloved. Now, don't think that this is all you have today, you two. Yes, please take your seat. Because we have a few parting gifts as well, because that's what we do. But, you know, in trying to pull this thing together, you know, it's a different time. And I'm going to look over here. Are we good to go? Okay. So we have a special tribute for you two, but I'm going to wait until they're ready to go because they're playing with their new badges and their stoles. Because, you know, these are new toys. And I want to say, I'm going to say this while we're getting ready. Jackie, when I first met you, I remember the first thing you said to me after we had a chance to sit down was that Namasté was your home. That you were staying here and you didn't care if Paulette chose another community. And Debbie Ann, I love Debbie Ann. Debbie Ann has followed me wherever I have taught. I was down in South Orange County. She took classes there. She followed us up here to Namasté. And when she jumped in, and she jumped in on the board. And she jumped into practitioner. And I've watched both of these grow in their beautiful prayer work, in how they have truly stood in truth and integrity of who they are and who they want to be in this community. And by the way, they already have a class designed to teach Namasté. So I'm just saying. So with that, if we could go ahead and play this special tribute. Keep going, keep going. Tough day. I'm sorry you can't see it. Don't worry about it. Their sound was great. Well, if you didn't cry on my watch, it wasn't worth it. It is extraordinary times, and what you walked through was deep commitment, and we are very grateful to have you as part of this community and part of our core. And thank you. Now, Paulette didn't have a chance to say anything, but I'm going to give her a chance really quick because she was slightly busy. Would you like to? She has a surprise for you later. Just saying. So we're going to give them a moment to kind of settle down. I'm really grateful that your families were so amazing and sent those beautiful tributes. So you two are obviously special because this was not difficult to do. So I'm just going to say that you've got some great people behind you. So with that, we're going to go ahead and do our, I'm looking at the time, sorry, because we were taking a little bit longer today. I'm debating right now, Des. Do you want to do a shorter version of that song? Or just do the song? Yes.
Something's calling me. Something's calling me. Something's calling me. Like I'm walking on marble. Can feel the earth beneath my feet. Is my head in the clouds? My naked legs left dangling. I can feel my heart begin to pound. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Oh, and let my soul, it wanders. Can't see the light that moves me. God is everything, everywhere that I belong. Spirit gently wakes me from my sleep. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Oh Lord, oh Lord, take me deeper than I've ever been before. Oh Lord, oh Lord, pull me deeper than I've ever been before. Love is calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. My faith is calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before.
Beautiful. Thank you, Des. I love that song. Very appropriate. Something's calling me a little bit deeper. Yes, beautiful. Thank you. And so now it is a time for our giving time. And as you know, you can either give through PayPal, through Venmo, or go to our website. And we also have a basket in the center of the aisle if you'd like to give here in the sanctuary. And, giving, just participating in this service today, I just feel so much love and so much community and so much support that we all have for each other. And you know why? It's because of our giving. It's because of our giving of our time, our talents, our treasures that we give to our community, and we reap and we grow from our giving. It's so beautiful to see it in manifestation. And today was an example of that. And it reminds me that when we give from that place of all needs are met, like the lilies of the field who spin and toil not, all needs are met. And so when we give from that place, we know indeed that all needs are met. And as we pull up our slide, our affirmation slide for our giving, let us say this together. We give today as a community rich and intentional in creating a world that supports the peace that is who we are, and peace for all who enter here. As we give, we anchor in that peace in our prayers, our actions at home, our daily practices, and how we show up in the world. We affirm this as true, and so it is. Amen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rev. Veronica. I just want to thank some folks that are here today that have done a yeoman's job today with respect to Jeff Schlicht, who has really jumped in and supported our practitioners. I want to thank Chuck. Chuck is always the one that lets me know when I'm doing something that may not be exactly right. And I like that about him, because he has no issue telling the minister, hey, that's not right. And you need somebody like that. You need somebody who can do that, although they all do that, but that's okay. Chuck does that too. I want to thank Rev. Veronica for being so amazingly present in our community. Des and Tolu and Anthony, Tori on sound, Marlena on streaming, Susan, who's our board of trustee for today, Janine Cochran for doing all the amazing work you're going to see outside when you go have a great meal, and Paulette's out back, but I can't talk about what she's doing. So I'm going to ask all of our practitioners to stand and surround this space right here. Yes, thank you. I didn't even have to say you too as well. So if you will just put our benediction up. Thank you, Marlena. Now, we do this every Sunday. It's amazing, so I'm going to ask everyone to stand, please. So this is what I know, and I ask myself this all the time. I always, in the morning, get up and say, what is happening right now in my life? So I'm going to ask you that. What is happening right now? What's it called? Where is it? And now, I have choices. Many, many, many choices. What am I going to do with it? And? Now, hold on. Do you just share it anyway? Do you share it? How do you share it? Now, curl your toes a little bit, wiggle them, do whatever it takes to get very present in that body of yours right now. You can even stretch out a little bit. But just in this moment, Gratitude being the most powerful spiritual practice that you can ever have. If you do nothing, practice gratitude. Life is a gift. It's amazing any of us are here. It's amazing that we made it through birth. It is amazing that we've made it through some of our experiences we have had in life. Believe me, I think that a lot. It's also amazing that we've gone through the last 2 years with such a beautiful community. So from your toes, let that feeling of gratitude rise up in your legs and into your torso, and imagine that gratitude basically coming off the top of your head as if to fill this room and more. So with me, say, thank you, life.
When the walls come tumbling down, I choose joy. I choose joy. When the world stops spinning around, I choose joy. I choose joy. When my heart won't seem to move, when the music lost its groove, when I have too much to prove, I choose joy. I choose joy. Oh, joy, 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 joy. I choose joy. One more time. Joy, 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 joy. No matter what you're going through, just choose joy.
I could feel it. See, I know when my voice vibrates. Thank you for joining us this week. Have a great week. Join us outside. You can go through that door right there. And there is an amazing display out there of food and flowers and beautiful things. And thank you to everyone for being here.
I have too much to prove.